Today in Modern Warfare, we got part 2 of the Season 5 Reloaded update, as a lot of what was listed before the launch was timed for a little bit later on in the week of the Season 5 Reloaded launch week. Today is that later in the launch week that was listed, in which we didn't get a title update or anything like that, but we did get a handful of changes and new content thrown into the mix for players to take part in and experience for themselves, including the flagship item of Season 5 Reloaded's update, the Games of Summer. Today, I want to briefly discuss with you the new items and everything on deck here so that you know everything that was introduced today, how best to take advantage of them, and everything in between. That said, let me know your thoughts down below. Are you looking forward to the Games of Summer? Maybe not so much. Maybe you'll take part in one or two, but aren't too bothered by it overall. Whatever it is, let me know down in the comments below. As well, if you are new to the channel, do be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare, Warzone, and of course, Black Ops Cold War content as we round into a pretty busy time period coming up here, all things considered. But anyways, let's get into today's update. Today's update, once again, was simply a playlist update. No need to download anything in particular. It'll just restart your game wherever you're at on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, or PC. And side note, it'd be great if PC didn't have to completely boot you out to the desktop and it'd just restart from the main menu like PS4 and Xbox One do, but anyways, that's a different story for a different day. What was added today was the following: the Games of Summer, a new Gunfight Tournament, and a few smaller items in the shop. As for Games of Summer, again, this is that big flagship part of Season 5 Reloaded's update that is now finally being introduced here overall to all players. It didn't launch on launch day this past Tuesday, but instead it is something that now is here for the next 10 days, going until September 7th. In this, you'll be competing for trials for exclusive rewards, both on individual days and then granted as an overall completionist reward as well. This was previously marketed to be something that looked sort of like an Olympic version of this, and previously it seemed like also in the game files it was meant to be in conjunction with the Olympics going on, but that's been since delayed because of the global pandemic. But being that it almost looked like it was going to be something of regional competition, I kind of thought that it'd be something like the old community contracts in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, but based upon region and tracking how players would do against each other like that. But thankfully, it seems like it's even better for players that care about those rewards, because you're not really competing against other players across the world. You're just competing with yourself, essentially. Instead, all you have to do is just simply complete and get gold medals for each of the 5 trials as they become available, and then overall, once those coming days trials are unlocked and you complete them, that's when you unlock more and more items. The main objective naturally is to get gold medals in all 5 trials, and there's of course an overall blueprint reward for getting all 5 gold medals, but you're again really only going at your own pace, which is nice. The brand new Steeplechase Grau 556 variant, though, is that completionist overall 5 gold medal rewards, in which it looks pretty cool, almost like a toy gun feel to this weapon in the blueprint, but it comes outfitted with the Tempest 26.4-inch Archangel barrel, the PBX holographic sight, the XRK Strike Light 3 stock, the Merc foregrip, and the FTAC R89 rubber grip. Visually, it's pretty cool, though honestly I'd probably ditch a majority of the attachments, especially if you play Warzone, but overall it's a nice little reward here for players that want to continue to go for this stuff. Now, another thing that I was a little concerned about when we heard that this is going to be a trial-based item was that if you would need to use your trial tickets, or if you'd have, say, a set number of daily attempts that wouldn't go against your trial ticket count, but instead would only limit you because it's a public playlist as opposed to utilizing what you had saved up. But the nice part is that it doesn't seem to be either of those. You can try as many times as you'd like, and you can go at your own pace once again. So you can get it done in your first try, or maybe you'll have to take 10, 20 tries. I know myself, I was probably pushing 10 to get the gold medal on the risky parkour, which we'll talk about in just a second, but each day will open up a new challenge here, and again, you have as many attempts as needed to end up completing the bronze, silver, or gold medals. And then after the first 5 days, when they're all opened up, you have the remaining 5 days to either go back and do other ones you didn't do, or just get them all done then at that point. The first day's offering today was risky parkour, in which I want to be honest with you, I haven't done a risky parkour trial since Season 1's capture event where we did the St. Petrograd one. So this one took me a little while to complete. You may absolutely breeze through it, but as for pathing, it took a little bit for me to get that down, go on autopilot, and then just thinking about doing it as fast as possible. Once you complete it though, either the bronze, silver, or gold medal, you'll end up getting a various number of rewards for whatever you placed in that in today's daily challenge. This one firstly giving you the bronze medal of the Price on Point sticker, the silver will give you the full sprint calling card, and then the Shot Put 50 GS blueprint is the gold medal reward for today's risky parkour. Honestly, that blueprint follows the same sort of design pattern as what we saw with that Grau 5.5.6. I think it looks pretty good, but overall, I don't think it's really that practical in terms of the build that it comes along with, of the muzzle brake, the Forged Tack Enforcer barrel, the tack laser, the Scout Combat Optic, and the granulated grip tape. I'd change out at least probably half those, but that is, again, just for simply getting under 50 seconds on the risky parkour, which is definitely doable. So jump in, try that out, and of course, come back tomorrow to the game for another refresh and throughout the weekend for more and more on the tournament as it releases more challenges. We'll see one a day, and then of course that last 5 days, they're all opened up and you can just go and try and complete all of them. But available for 10 more days here in total. Games of Summer have now kicked off. Outside of that, the other big thing that was added in as of today was a brand new Gunfight Tournament. Again, another 2v2 tournament for you and your duo to try and reign supreme and get those ultimate bragging rights, plus some new items along the way. We end up getting, of course, another 16-team bracket. We see new maps in rotation here for this outing, in which we have Verdansk Stadium, Bazaar, King, Isle 9, Livestock, and Speedball, in which, of course, you just need to make your way through this, and if you end up going the whole way, you, of course, get XP along the way for each quarterfinal, semifinal, runner-up, and champion, and on also new things like emblems, calling cards, stickers, but that final reward of what looks to be a brand new Bruin variant. And honestly, it looks matte white with a sort of emerald green finish on it, and that looks beautiful, especially because the Bruin, yes, did get a nerf, but it's still definitely a viable option in both MP and in Warzone. Definitely try and go for this one because you might be able to slay out in style after that. As for duration, this isn't specified. We've seen that recent tournaments have gone live for about 10 days, sometimes maybe even upwards of 17. So you have that 2-week time period in which you can capitalize on it, also mixed in with that first weekend it's on offer. But again, with nothing really specified here for it, definitely say go for it as soon as possible, though do be aware that it seems like that even though we've had plenty of these so far, these are apparently still bugged where it'll kick players out randomly in matchmaking. So hopefully that doesn't happen to you. Hopefully you can get those rewards and grind it out and get the awesome Bruin blueprints, but best of luck. The final stuff that was added in today was just a little bit of a shop update in which we got a brand new featured bundle, and you may also see something added in the new operator bundles, but that might just be something on my end that is just for me. Again, we've talked about how the operator and the blueprint categories are often subject to user end changes, but the one that is for certain is that of the brand new Tracer Pack Shadow, in which you end up getting the Shadow Realm CR56 blueprint and the Banisher MP5 blueprint, along with the Smoke Shroud calling card and the From the Mist emblem, all for 1600 COD points. Now, these of course have dismemberment effects, but also the brand new Tracer Fire rounds for those shadow effects that go along with it. With the CR56 actually having a very solid build in terms of what you'd want to use for maybe say Warzone, maybe changing one or two things here with that of the XRK Zodiac S440 barrel, the Solo Zero Optic Mini Reflex, the CR56 Exoskeleton stock, the Merc foregrip, and the 45 round magazine. But the MP5 is admittedly probably a little bit more kitted out for MP play rather than Warzone, coming along with the FSS light barrel, the FTAC collapsible stock, the stippled grip tape, the 30mm rounds, and the Commando foregrip, playing again to that really quick snap action ADS speed with the weapon. That's available for 1600 COD points, but then the other bundle introduced again, maybe user end, so you may not have it immediately, but the Wolf's Bane operator bundle for 1600 COD points, which comes along with the Arctic Wolf Azure skin, the Romulus EBR-14, the Remus Renetti blueprint, the Symphony No. 5 vehicle horn, the Howlin' Wolf vehicle skin, the Easily Distracted quip, the Pack Leader calling card, and the On the Prowl emblem. All that again for 1600 COD points, but that rounds out the update that we had here today, everything that changed with today's weekend update. So that's where we're going to wrap it up. I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback down in the comment section down below. What do you think of this? Are you liking the Games of Summer so far? Are you looking forward to getting that Grau 5.5.6 blueprints? Whatever it is, feel free to let me know. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so there's a single thing regarding all things Modern Warfare, Warzone, and of course, Black Ops Cold War, because we got a lot of cool stuff still up on deck. So make sure you stick it here for all that. If you guys also want to get connected with me outside of YouTube, we're active on both Twitter and Instagram. So links are down there in the description below. If you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, feel free to check those out. But thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you have a great day. My name's been Espresso. Take care and peace.